the Billionaire Commando, and the Seductive Heiress. Major Colonel Eros Marinetti, Billionaire Commando and certified genius, had three great fears in life: mediocre coffee, mindless small talk, and the relentless pursuit of Miss Asia. Asia Vanderbilt, CEO, heiress, and social butterfly extraordinaire. The first was easily avoided. The second, a piece of cake. But the last, a tactical nightmare. Every time he attended a high society gala, a charity auction, or even a simple board meeting, Asia was there, fluttering her lashes, flashing that mischievous smile, and deploying flirtation like a seasoned general. Eros, who regarded romance as a baffling distraction, much like Sherlock Holmes and his violin, had perfected the art of evasion. He ducked behind potted plants, feigned sudden business calls, and once, in desperation, leapt out a second-story window. Thank God for commando training. But Asia? She thrived on the chase. Major Colonel Marinetti, she purred at the latest Vanderbilt Industries shareholders meeting, cornering him near the espresso machine. Fancy seeing you here. You hardly show up for these kinds of meetings. It's almost like fate. Eros surreptitiously eyed the exit. Miss Vanderbilt, I assure you, fate has better things to do. She twirled a lock of red wavy hair. Oh, I don't know, I think fate has excellent taste. Eros suppressed a groan. This woman was a menace, a beautiful, intoxicating menace who turned his disciplined world into chaos. But everything changed the night Asia stormed into his private study, her usual playful demeanor replaced by steely resolve. My uncle is trying to ruin me, she declared, slamming a folder of suspicious transactions onto his desk. Senator Eros Vanderbilt, charming, corrupt, and dangerously ambitious, had been siphoning funds, sabotaging deals, and planting loyalists in Vanderbilt Industries. If he succeeded, Asia would lose everything. Eros scanned the documents, his sharp mind piecing together the politician's scheme faster than the speed of light. This is corporate warfare. And I need your help to win it, Asia firmly decided. Eros exhaled. Why me? She smirked. Because you're one of our wealthiest stockholders and the only man who's ever outmaneuvered me effortlessly. A grudging respect flickered in his chest. Still, he had conditions. I'll help you take down your uncle if you stop chasing me. Asia blinked. Then, with exaggerated solemnity, she extended a dainty hand. Truce. No more seduction, strictly business. Eros shook it, wary but relieved. Good. What he didn't see was the sly glint in her eye. Meanwhile, in a dimly lit study across town, Senator Eros Vanderbilt sipped his whiskey as a shadowy figure stepped forward. Sir, we have a problem. Miss Vanderbilt just allied with Major Colonel Marinetti. The senator's glass paused midair. Marinetti? That insufferable genius? The spy nodded. They're coming for you, sir. A slow, dangerous smile curled Eric's lips. Let them try. To be continued. Will Asia keep her promise? Can Eros resist her when danger forces them closer? And just how many more windows will he jump out of to escape her charm? Stay tuned. Part 2. More than a flirtation. Eros Marinetti had faced terrorists, rogue militias, and boardroom coups, but nothing had prepared him for the way his chest tightened when Asia Vanderbilt burst into tears. He had just laid out his findings. Senator Eros Vanderbilt hadn't just been embezzling. He'd orchestrated the accident that killed Asia's parents, paid felons to tamper with their brakes, all for control of Vanderbilt Industries. Asia, usually so composed, so effortlessly flirtatious, crumpled like paper. Her breath hitched, her hands trembled, and before Eros could stop himself, before his usual no-no emotions, bad retreat instincts could kick in, he pulled her into his arms. She stiffened. So did he. What the hell am I doing? But then she buried her face in his broad, sculpted chest, and something inside him cracked open. A fierce, unfamiliar urge surged through him to protect her, destroy whoever hurt her. This is not part of the plan. Part 3. A puzzling deduction. Later, in their respective mansions, Eros's thoughts. This is bad, very bad. I'm supposed to be avoiding her. Not wanting to strangle her uncle with my bare hands, not wanting to hold her, and he cut that thought off. His parents would be thrilled. They'd been dropping not-so-subtle hints about grandkids for years. But no, this wasn't about that. This was about justice. And maybe the way her hair smelled like jasmine. Meanwhile, Asia's thoughts. Oh no, no, no. He hugged me, and I let him. And worse, I liked it. She paced her bedroom like a caged tiger. This was not how things were supposed to go. It's always she who chased and would get rid of them once she got tired of them, which was as regular as her changing signature bags. That was the natural order of things. So how did this happen? Now Eros was looking at her with something dangerously close to devotion, and it terrified her more than any assassin ever could. Part 4. The dates, which were definitely not dates. Eros, ever the strategist, found a loophole in their agreement. "We need to discuss the case," he would call her, out of the blue. So they met. At exclusive cafes, at high-end restaurants, at art galleries. Asia nearly fainted when he suggested it. Each time, Eros arrived with new evidence. Each time, Asia tried and failed to keep her distance. "You're smiling at me," she accused him over champagne. "You're not flirting with me," he countered. "This is progress," she scowled. He grinned. Senator Eric, meanwhile, was furious. His spies reported every meeting, every lingering glance, every time Eros's hand almost brushed Asia's. Part 5. The confrontation. It happened at the Grand Celeste Hotel. Asia had just stepped into the lobby when her uncle materialized like a well-dressed nightmare. "Asia, darling," Eric purred, gripping her arm too tight. "We need to talk, alone." Before she could wrench free, a smooth baritone voice cut through the air like a blade. "Unhand her." Eros, with looks that could kill and dressed in a suit that cost more than most luxury cars, his slitted brown eyes colder than a sniper's scope. The blonde politician's smile turned venomous. "Major Colonel, how predictable of you to interfere." The businessman stepped closer. "You don't want to do this here, Senator." Asia's pulse pounded. She'd seen Eros in combat mode before, but never like this. And never for her sake. Eric's grip tightened. "She's family." The dark-haired officer didn't blink, then act like it. A tense silence. Then, with a snarl, Eric released her. "This isn't over." As vile relatives stormed off, Asia's legs gave out, only for Eros to catch her. And then, because his brain-to-mouth filter had apparently short-circuited, he kissed her. Not a seduction, not a game, just, "I've got you," without words. Asia's mind blanked out. When he pulled back, she stammered, "Ooh, was that part of the case?" The clean-shaven colonel, already mentally berating himself, deadpanned. "Evidence suggests, yes." Meanwhile, at the back of a dark limo, Senator Asia Vanderbilt crushed his cigar. "Marinetti," he hissed at the bearded man beside him. "I want him gone." His henchman nodded. "Permanently?" Eric's smile was ice. Creatively. To be continued. Will Asia finally admit she's falling for him? Will Eros survive Eric's revenge? And most importantly, will they ever have a conversation that doesn't involve corporate espionage or near-death experiences? Stay tuned.